Thank you very much for waiting. We will now resume the Fuji Firepower 2014. In the second half of this exercise, we will demonstrate how we conduct joint operations in the island region of our country. Joint is defined as cooperation of ground, maritime, and air self-defense forces in order to achieve common specific goals. Again on the front screen, I'd like to view here on the exercise scenario of the joint operation we demonstrate today. The scenario of this exercise starts from the situation where the enemy forces are approaching from the sea in an attempt of occupying one of the remote islands of Japan. At first, pre-positioned unit on the island conduct a joint operation in conjunction with ground, maritime, and air self-defense forces in order to defeat enemy invading forces at the sea and the shoreline. Next, forces stationing in the mainland of Japan will be deployed in phases, nonetheless rapidly, by making a full use of air and sea transportations in order to destroy enemy, which is now ashore and securing key terrains. Finally, forces deployed by air and sea combine their efforts and maximize their integrated combat power in order to attack and destroy enemy forces for the recapture of the island. Now we start the exercise following the scenario of a joint operation against the enemy invading our island. Commence exercise. Please turn to the front screen. At first, pre-positioned coastal observation unit is conducting surveillance and warning operations in order to collect intelligence on the enemy approaching from the sea. The front screen is now showing the images of coastal observation unit conducting surveillance by radar over the enemy activities approaching from the sea.
現在 P3C は広場上空雲の上を飛行しています。
Please look at the front screen. Showing now is the image of P3 Charlie searching enemy vessels. P3 Charlie has the capabilities to detect enemy vessels on surface and submarines underwater using various kinds of sensors. Next, JASDF F2 fighters will be sent for their missions based on the intelligence collected by P3 Charlie.
Currently, F2 戦闘機は広場上空雲の上を飛行しています。
Please look at the front screen. An F2 fighter can attack enemy vessels at the sea with its air-to-surface missiles. Meanwhile, the ground self-defense force will employ FFRS unmanned aerial reconnaissance system to collect intelligence on enemy vessels farther approaching onto the shore. Please look at the front screen. This is the image of the FFRS and its flight. FFRS has the longest cruising radius among the intelligence collection systems of JGSDF. It can provide high-fidelity images of the target to the Fire Coordination Center in real time. The Fire Coordination Center is a function to effectively distribute firepower to the battlefronts. By utilizing the Fire Combat Command and Control System, as known as FCCS, the Fire Coordination Center instantaneously selects the most suitable method of firefight based on the intelligence gathered by multiple means and gives a direction to the fire combat units. This is FCC, Confirmed enemy vessels approaching to the area Foxtrot. Fuji School Brigade is now being ordered to initiate anti-vessel combat. Please pay attention to the center field. Type 88 surface-to-ship missile system has been deployed with its searching and ranging radar and 2 launchers in order to respond to enemy invasion from the sea. This system, also known as SSM, is a long-range anti-vessel missile system. It can perform very precise long-range anti-vessel firefight, no matter whether it is day or night. Please turn to the left of the field. The radar unit has started the search for the enemy target. SSM will fire its missiles using the target information gathered by this radar. Target ranging is completed. Target, Tango 1-1, 12 rounds, TOT 1140 hours. Fuji School Brigade now initiate anti-vessel combat. Please look at the front screen. The launcher of Type 88 surface-to-ship missile system is now going to fire upon completion of its preparation. The missile fired from the land will evade the terrain features such as mountains and valleys to its way out to the sea, maintain its flight in low altitude, and eventually attack the target. A part of the enemy fleet, including landing ships, has evaded our joint anti-vessel fires and is farther approaching onto the shore of our country. Deployed in the front field are Type 96 MPMS on the right and the medium-range multi-purpose munitions on the left. In the vicinity of the shoreline, Type 96 MPMS and the medium-range multi-purpose munitions will take the roles of destroying enemy landing ships and amphibious vehicles unloaded from these ships. Please look at the front screen. According to the fire mission given by the Fire Coordination Center, Type 96 MPMS will fire at the enemy vessels utilizing hooks. MPMS squad, target Lima Charlie 03, enemy landing ship, fire. Hit on target, cease fire. Please turn to the round on your left. Following the MPMS, medium-range multi-purpose munitions will fire and destroy enemy vessels using the target information relayed from the surveillance vehicle. 01, this is 02. Transmitted. Target information. This is 01. Information confirmed. Squad, red. Target number 201. 1 round. At my command. Fire! Hit on target. Cease fire. Please look at the front screen. Even after our effort was made to eliminate enemy vessels on the sea and at the shoreline, enemy surviving units are still invading into the inland of our country. Fire Coordination Center, this is Planted Scout. Located vehicles including enemy commander, grid 185382, stationary. Planted Scouts conducting surveillance in concealed positions at the shoreline has sent intelligence on high-valued target to the Joint Fire Coordination Center. Fire Coordination Center confirmed. Initiate Plan X-Ray Alpha. F2. Conduct anti-surface attack with laser JDAM. Scout team in support of F2. Guide the JDAM by laser elimination. F2 holding in the air is now making a ground attack under the control of the Fire Coordination Center. The laser JDAM system used by F2 for this attack is capable of guiding the bomb with superior precision by illuminating laser to the target. This is Scout. We'll start illumination procedure 10 seconds off. The ground attack using laser JDAM has the advantage in which the attacker can deliver very precise fire from the outrange of enemy air defense because it can conduct attack from distant and high altitude point. F2 fighters holding in the vicinity of the combat area is now flying into the attacking point by choosing the safest avenue of approach, judging from the enemy air defense positions. The ground attack using the laser JADO system is capable of guiding the bomb precisely to the target even through the cloud. Above the cloud, F2s are now entering to the sky over the field. F2s have just dropped the bomb. Ground attack mission completed. Confirmed kill of enemy commanders and communication vehicles. Although inflicted some damages on his command and communication lines by our ground attacks, the enemy forces further advanced to Nidan-yama and Sandan-yama and eventually seized some of the key terrains. Please look at the screen. The units stationing in the mainland Japan are now rapidly deploying to the islands by making a full use of available air and sea transportations in order to destroy the enemy forces which have landed on the shore of our island. Reconnaissance units and advance units, who are needed to be deployed foremost, are projected by air transportation such as JGSDF cargo helicopters. After these advance units, the first wave of the deployment will be mainly transported by JASDF cargo flights. The second wave, composed of the main force including tanks and other heavy combat equipment, will be carried by JMSDF vessels. And finally, the third wave of the deployment will be moved by the support of the commercial transportation in order to realize rapid force projection in advance of the ground reconnaissance unit, which is tasked to covertly reconnoiter enemy situation. OH-1 observation helicopter will conduct air reconnaissance. Please look up on your left. This is OH-1 observation helicopter conducting air reconnaissance. This observation helicopter is excellent in its reconnoitering and aerial warning capabilities with its infrared sensor and 4 air-to-air missiles. This is Omega, confirmed enemy in front of hill number 3, size unknown. This is Recon, request air cover until the completion of the landing. With the help of air reconnaissance, the ground reconnaissance unit is now initiating intelligence collection. The scout section loading their motorcycles on UH-1 helicopters is now infiltrating enemy lines from the air and conduct reconnaissance and surveillance operations in the rear area of the enemy territory. This is Recon section, 2 AFVs and the soldiers at the front of the hill number 3. Recon section is now transitioning to ground recon. This is Recon section. Landing successful. We'll continue on to recon mission in enemy rear area. This is platoon leader, Roger. In the next step, the advance units will air maneuver in helicopters and secure key terrains in vicinity of the shorelines in order to establish covering posture for the landing of the main force. At first, attack helicopters will provide guard and cover for the maneuver of the advance units. AH-64 Delta gunship conducts a suppressive fire onto the enemy forces on hill number 2 with its 30mm machine cannon. This is Apache, hill number 2, enemy troops, 800, ready for fire. Fire! Target destroyed. Hold fire. Under the fire cover of the AH-64 Delta, advance units are landing from UH-60 utility helicopters and CS-47 cargo helicopters, and then secure the key terrains near the shorelines to cover the landing of the follow-on forces. AH-64 Delta will cover the landing of the advance units by fire. This is Apache, hill number 2, enemy troops, 800. Ready for fire. Fire. Target destroyed. Cease fire. After the landing, the advanced units will advance in attack as they cover each other. Platoon will destroy the enemy in vicinity of Black Hill and secured area. Squad 1 sees right part of the hill. Squad 2 sees left part of the hill. First platoon, 12 o'clock, Black Hill, enemy troops, at my command. Fire! Enemy suppressed. Cease fire. Company commander, this is first platoon. Platoon sees the Black Hill. Company commander, Roger. Company will follow immediately. After secured by the advanced platoon, a part of the company will make their landing. AH-64 Delta further continues to cover their landing. This is a pitch. Provide cover for the company landing. This is a pitch. Confirmed enemy fighting vehicle in vicinity of hill number 2. Well engaged. Hill number 2, enemy vehicle 800, ready for fire. Fire! Hit. Enemy destroyed. Cease fire. The landing units will join the combat immediately. In order to achieve successful deployment, it is important to overcome the vulnerability in advance and then after the touchdown and swiftly establish combat-ready posture. The landing units are now merging with other landing units and advance war and attack. Company commander, platoon is ready for attack. Company will advance and attack. Move forward. They will be followed by the main force. For the main force, the amphibious force will make its landing by boats and air-cushioned landing crafts, or LCAC. Please look at the front screen. In order to project their force to the islands, the amphibious maneuver force carried by large vessels transfers to boats and LCACs to make its landing. Landing by boats can avoid being detected by the enemy surveillance system. On the other hand, landing by LCACs can project heavy combat force such as tanks directly from the cargo vessels to the shore. The heavy combat units, including tanks, which compose the main strengths of the counter-attacking force, will be transported to the islands by JMSDF cargo vessels, commercial high-speed vessels, and ferries. Now, we will demonstrate the attack onto the enemy, which is occupying the part of the island. Please look at the front screen. Fuji School Brigade, which has been deployed in the islands region, continues its ground attack to destroy enemy forces occupying the area from Nidanyama to Sandanyama and recapture the island. At first, we will demonstrate the operation by a reconnaissance platoon. Recon units infiltrate enemy security line either by covert method or forceful breach in order to conduct their operations in enemy rear area. Today, we will demonstrate the penetration of enemy security line by force using their firepower. The assault unit opens sudden, unexpected fires to create confusion within enemy security positions, and the infiltrating units will take advantage of their unguarded posture along the security line. Please turn to your left. Entering now are the Type 87 reconnaissance combat vehicles, having the leading section aboard. Platoon leader, this is Section 1. Reach down to the contour of Hataoka Hill. Forward surveillance on its way. Confirm the enemy troops in front of Blue Hill and Black Hill. This is platoon leader, Roger. Platoon continues its advance by penetration by force. Assault units will be Section 1, Section 2, and left section. Firing positions, left and right contours. Targets, enemy troops in front of Blue Hill and Black Hill. At my command. Infiltrator, Section 3. Motorcycle section. Maintain security from hill number 3 to number 4. On order, follow Section 3. Type 87 RCVs on the left contour and the left on the right will conduct sudden assault fires against enemy infantry troops. Assault units, fire! Cease fire. Infiltrator, move forward. Taking advantage of enemy confusion caused by the fire of the assault units, infiltrating units are now penetrating the enemy security line all at once. Section 3, to the left. 12 o'clock, enemy troops, coax, halt. Fire. Destroyed. Cease fire. Infiltrator, continue advance. Motorcycles, move forward. Assault units, join the main force. As you see, the reconnaissance troops will advance by taking every available measure in order to collect valuable intelligence for facilitating commander's decision-making. Brigade Commander, this is Recon Commander. Confirm the numerous vehicles, including tanks and enemy positions, from Kalad Hill to Sandanyama. This is Brigade Commander, Roger. With the assessment of enemy strengths defending in the area from Kalad Hill to Sandanyama, Fuji School Brigade now conducts attack along Route Alpha and Route Bravo. Subsequently, seize Sandanyama and destroy immediate enemy forces. Upon receiving the intelligence report, the commander of Fuji School Brigade now issued the order of attack. In prior to the attack, fire combat units will exercise their artillery and mortar fires against the enemy forces obstructing friendly advance and weaken their strengths in order to facilitate our attack advance. At this time, naval gunfire may join this fire combat to support the ground troops. At first, the combined fire team will conduct attack preparation fire against the enemy positions discovered by the previous reconnaissance. With support of OH-1 air observation, ground artillery, 120mm mortars, and JMSDF naval guns, fire at Midanyama and Sandanyama, joined by 81mm mortars, firing at Hill number 2. Please also use the front screen as they telecast firing actions in the remote artillery positions. This is AOP, standing by for observation mission. This is Fire Direction Center. Attack preparation fire, shot first round. First shot, 5 seconds to impact. Impact, now. Attack preparation fire commenced. Following the artillery fires, Type 74 tank platoons and anti-tank platoons are now occupying their firing positions in support of maneuver units.
ただいま侵入してきた74式戦車部隊は対戦車部隊などとともに味方の攻撃を射撃支援する部隊です。
Anti-tank platoons have already occupied their positions at the right hill where you see yellow smoke. Anti-tank platoon is now going to fire Type 87 anti-tank missile at the enemy tank on Hill number 6, which was confirmed during the attack preparation fire. Squad, Hill number 6, tank. Fire! Destroyed. Cease fire. Type 74 tank platoons will fire their tank guns at further emerging enemy tanks on the Hill number 4 and number 5. Hill number 5, tank, heat, Section 2, convergence, fire at will, move forward. Hit on target, hold fire, back up. Hill number 4, tank, heat, Section 1 convergence, fire at will, move forward. Hit on target, hold fire, back up. As gradually destroying enemy combat power, Fuji School Brigade now starts clearing obstacles at enemy front. This is the tank company commander. Will commence mine breaching operation in front of Hill number 3 and number 5. Request artillery for fire support. Engine platoon, open the lanes for tanks. Tank platoon will provide fire support for engineers. Field artillery, roger. Engineer platoon, roger. Tank platoon, roger. In order to cover engineers' obstacle clearance operation, field artillery units will fire smoke rounds. Obstacle clearance support fire, shot first round. First round, 5 seconds to impact. Impact. Now, obstacle clearance support fire commenced. Field artillery units started obstacle clearance support fire. Please check out the effect of the smoke rounds covering a wide range. Shot second round. Tank Company Commander, this is Engineer Platoon. Platoon will now breach mines in front of hill number 3 and number 5. Tank Company Commander, roger. Tank Platoon, this is Engineer Platoon. Confirm the enemy on hill number 4 and number 5. Request fire for cover. Tank Platoon, roger. Platoon will cover by fire. Type 74 Tank Platoon is now firing at the enemy armored vehicles, which harass engineers' obstacle clearance operations. Hill number 4, AFB, He, platoon convergence, fire! Hit on target, hold fire! Under the cover of artillery fires and tank guns, Type 92 mine-clearing vehicles of Engineer Platoon now starts preparation for projecting line charges on mounds at both sides. Type 74 Tank Platoon continues its firefight against enemy tanks on hill number 5 to stop harassment. Hill number 5, tank, heat, platoon convergence, fire! Destroyed, hold fire! The enemy harassing friendly effort of breaching obstacles is now suppressed by supporting fires of tanks and artillery. Meanwhile, the mine-clearing vehicles at both sides are erecting their launchers and transitioning into projection. Tank Company Commander, this is Engineer Platoon. Mine-clearing line charge is now ready for projection. Tank Company Commander, roger. Ready for launch. Now. The mine-clearing vehicles launch rocket-propelled line charge containing 26 blocks of explosives. The explosion of the block explosive induced explosion of mines and clear passages for tanks in one sweep. Today, the amount of explosive has been reduced to 25% of maximum amount. Tank Company Commander, this is Engineer Platoon. Projection successful. Lane breaching completed. Tank Company Commander, this is Forward Observer. Confirmed kills of 2 tanks and 2 ADMs on Sandanyama by attack preparation fire. Tank Company Commander, roger. Condition is now green after the effective attack preparation fire. Company continues attack on Sandanyama as scheduled. This is Forward Observer. Will commence advanced support fire. Tank Company Commander is to make an assessment of enemy damage from the reported number of destroyed tanks and other equipment and judge if the criteria for commencing attack have been met. If the first attack preparation fire were not effective enough, he would repeat attack preparation fire. Field artillery units will now conduct advanced support fire in order to closely support Tank Company's attack advance by providing suppressive fire on enemy forces on Sandanyama, as well as obstructing enemy vision from Nidanyama with smoke rounds. This fire support changes the range of fire frequently according to the speed of friendly advance and the situation of the battlefield. Please pay attention as impact points move in depth. This is artillery. Shot first round. First round, 5 seconds to impact. Impact. Now. Advanced support fire commenced. This is First Tank Company. Cross the line of departure. Under the cover of fire support, Type 10 tank platoon now attacks onto Hataoka area as it advanced. Hill number 3 and number 5, tank, heat, section abreast, hold, fire. Destroyed, hold fire. Ready for position change, 100-meter right. Back up now. Hill number 5, tank, heat, section 1 convergence, fire. Destroyed. Cease fire. Now join the IFB platoon.
大阪小隊も戦闘に加入します。
IFB platoon entered into positions. Check hill number 3 and number 6. Platoon, hill number 3 and number 6, AFB, Sabo, convergence, fire! Destroyed, cease fire, change positions. Tank Company Commander, this is IFB platoon, request fire cover on our position change. Tank Company Commander, roger. Type 10 tank platoon provides fire cover for the IFB platoon during its position change by firing at enemy tanks appearing on hill number 3 and number 5. Hill number 3 and number 5, tank, heat, abreast, fire! Destroyed, hold fire, back up. Hill number 3, tank, heat, section 1 convergence, fire! Target destroyed. Hold fire. Back up. This is IFB platoon. Push and change completed. Checking hill number 3 through number 6. IFB platoon follows tanks by firing at enemy AFVs on hill number 3 and number 6. Platoon, hill number 3 and number 6, AFB, Sabo, convergence, fire! Hit on target, cease fire, change positions. Artillery, this is Tank Company, request assault support fire. Artillery, roger. Line of fire, this is Ford Observer. Request assault support fire. 5 point Alpha Alpha 201, over. Roger, commence assault support fire. "20 seconds to TOT. Shot first round. First round, 5 seconds to impact. Impact. Now. In order to support the tank company combined arms team, field artillery and motor units have started assault support fire. All pieces of artillery and mortars will fire at the enemy positions from hill number 2 to Sandanyama at their maximum firing rate.
2段山および3段山をそれぞれ最大発射速度で射撃します。突撃支援射撃の様子をご覧ください。
This is for the observer. Confirmed kill of enemy anti-tank squad by assault support fire. By the numbers of accumulated enemy kills, the tank company commander now determined the condition has been met to launch an assault. Tank company commander, Roger. Company will launch an assault as scheduled. Company, move forward. Hill number 5 left. Tank, Sabo, on the move. Convergence. Fire. Destroyed. Hold fire. Second platoon charging onto the objective. Coax, on the move. Fire. Final rounds. Impact. Now. Commander, this is Tank Company. Assault successful. Brigade Commander, this is Tank School Unit. Assault successful. This is Brigade Commander. Acknowledged. School Brigade will further continue its attack and seize Nidan Yama and Sandan Yama. Tank School Unit, conduct attack on Nidan Yama and Sandan Yama. Following the assault by the spearhead elements, the Fuji School Brigade now commits follow-on units of Tank Company and heliborne units escorted by AH-64 Delta, further exploit success from air and ground combined, and defeat the enemy forces still remaining on Nidan Yama and Sandan Yama in order to recapture the island. This is Commander. Tank School Unit will attack and seize Nidan Yama and Sandan Yama. First Company, attack Nidan Yama. Second Company, attack Sandan Yama. Tank Company, Roger. Tanks and IFBs are now shooting smoke dischargers.
風向きにより煙が観覧席まで到達する場合がありますのでご注意ください。
Tank School Unit, move forward. Company, smoke, launch. This is the end of the scenario exercise. That was the Fuji Firepower Exercise 2014.